I've been
much
saying
everything
for a
at this
month
point
now,
says it is.
I won't be upset if the Bears walk away with Darnell Wright. And
Just don't let him
I'm
have
not
a
upset
say.
about Darnell
Listen.
Wright. I'm just I have FOMO over Jalen Carter.
Yeah, it's fun, right? You take the tackle and you're like, oh yeah, but Jalen Carter's that's the fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta eat your veggies.
He was the most
You know what else
one
is
player in this draft who you looked at his tape before all the off-field stuff, you were like, that is the generational talent in this draft.
Do you honest to God question here though? Like every part of me, everybody's like, "Oh, Jalen Carter's the sexy pick." Sure, but like, you know what else is sexy is Fields having time to throw the football. You know what I mean? Like that because that right side of line is astronomically better now. All of a sudden, year to year, you have Nate Davis playing right guard, who was graded as one of the best pass blocking guards in the league last year. You've Darnell Wright, who's an elite hand technician at the right tackle spot. They clearly believe in Braxton Jones over on the left side. You've got Tevin now playing the left guard spot because it's almost been all but confirmed. Now, really, the only question mark being center. Is Cody Whitehair going to play there? Is it Lucas Patrick?
Yeah.
Do they draft the center of the future? But I like the fact that they have that ability to, again, the whole concept. And Quentin, I remember you and I did an episode, just the two of us, at one point this season. And it was, your goal is to keep Justin upright. And here's the pick. I'll give you the official. Darnell Wright is the pick officially. I love the pick.
I think too, like if you're Ryan Poles, it's safe, right? Well, you needed an offensive tackle. Darnell Wright is, and this is your first round pick. It's safe, and I get it. I like that. In a lot of ways, I'm a big fan of the fact that we don't have to worry about a guy, with character issues or not performing. Like Darnell Wright is day one start, first round pick ever for Ryan Poles. Like, place and go. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, he was my number 13 prospect, and you got him at number 10. I think that's perfectly fair. I mean, he's not even 22 yet, too. He's fairly young, good long arms, massive frame, and a lot of experience for not even being 22 yet. This guy's a 3-year starter at Tennessee, and I believe 3-year starter. But he's played on the left side. He was much better on the right last year than he was the 2 years before on the left. But there is question, like, could he bounce back to the left if you wanted him to? Because he didn't look good on the left side the previous 2 years, but something clearly clicked for him this past season. And so now the question, if you do want him on the left, is he's got a proven camp that he can make that transition. But I think it's possible when you see how something clicked for him last year. This is a guy who started putting in more work last season, off the field work. He started creating Excel sheets to track his opponents, what he was seeing them do on film, when he was seeing them do it, and how he was going to counter it. That is a big part of what I think clicked for him, was that off-field work coming together with the on-field talent. And that's something that I love to hear, because that's something that's translatable. That's something he's going to have to keep doing at the NFL level. In fact, he's already doing it. He's ahead of a lot of guys in that aspect. And he's just angry. He just likes to put you in the dirt and then jump on top of you once you're down there. Like, that's just fun. His hands are the best in the class. He is snatch trapping guys all over his tape, just throwing them down in front of him, using their weight against them, their momentum they're getting way out leverage. And he's saying, I know my angle's better than you. I'm going to make you look like a fool. His comp here, it's lofty, but it's Jason Peters. He's that type of player with his hands. And I don't actually think he's going to be a Hall of Famer necessarily, but that was the closest physical comp I could find. He was a high school state champion in the shot put. He, was the Senior Bowl practice player of the week at the Senior Bowl this year. He was really good at the Senior Bowl. Oh yeah. I really enjoyed watching him there. And on a final note, he considers Lost to be the greatest cinematic event of his lifetime.
That's quite a piece of information that I don't know how to feel about. But that is amazing. Dude, honestly, we've gotten some good feedback here in the comments. So if you guys are down to keep debating this for a few more minutes before we call it an evening and enjoy the rest of the draft, I'm gonna pitch a couple of the comments to you guys here. First one coming from our boy Scott: can Wright block Khalil Mack? And my quick answer is yes, because he is such a hand technician. And any guy that has good hands, you can block any elite pass rusher as long as they don't get to your hands first.
Yeah. I mean, Khalil Mack's go-to move is a bull rush, right? His hands are fast and he gets into you fast and converts that speed to power. And Wright's got a stout anchor and good hands. I mean, am I counting on him to go in and pitch a shutout against Khalil Mack as a rookie? Probably not. But I think he's the type of player, yeah, he should be able to block Khalil Mack in time.
A spicy take here. So I'm not watching the ESPN feed, but Scott is. He says, Louis Riddick just said on ESPN that Darnell Wright has the ability and potential to be the best player in this year's draft. That is high praise for anybody. And this is a guy, remember, Louis Riddick is not just some talking head that doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he worked in NFL front offices. This guy that's high praise. High praise.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I think it's probably, I don't think he has a higher ceiling than some of the other guys in the draft, but he is the best player currently with still room to grow, I guess would be the way I'd put it. Like, he's not at his ceiling yet, but he's already well above the floor of a lot of other guys.